Hi there. Welcome to my channel. So glad to see you here again. If not, hope it's your first time. I'm glad you came. I wanted to talk with you some more about damaged hair. I've specialized in damaged hair for over 30 years. So I wanted to share my experience with you as well as my education and what I have learned over the years. And what I have found is that we don't know, as clients, we don't know if we can take control of our damaged hair. And we can. We can actually treat our hair and trade over all the attention you give your hair to attention that will help you get more results. If you pay attention to your hair but not know why it's doing what it's doing, why is it breaking, you know you're dry, but you really, that's it. You don't know really why. And you think, oh, I know I have medication. Well, then that's where you're stuck. What do I do? How do I treat my hair different when it is sick than when it is not sick? Well, you don't. You treat the hair the same way when it's sick as well as when it's not sick. You may not do as intense conditioning, however, you still condition. Um, it's hard to explain to you how easy it is to take control. We just feel like we are not in control of our damage, and that's where we are. We make sound decisions for our hair, but we don't know how our hair lives. And until you know how your hair gets damaged and how it lives, then you can't save it. You're the one that has to save your hair, not the product. There's great products on the market. You don't even know which one to pick because you're making these choices without further knowledge. Now, the more knowledge you have, the better you are at taking control of your damaged hair. I want you to remember that how you got damaged is how you get out of your damage. So just understanding basic things about your hair a little bit clearer and knowing that it will be a part of your lifestyle gives you the understanding and the freedom to change your ways so you can take control of your damaged hair. You don't need to live with damage. You can, especially with the products that are on the market today, you can definitely take control of your damaged hair. Um, last, last time I talked about going over the post for 24. And so we're not doing hair facts because we're talking about hair facts. We're still going to do email questions because I want my questions to clear up. I don't know if they ever will, though. I just got a bunch more in. But I'm still would like to get at least to the questions that were started in 25, and we're still finishing up from 24. So I'm going to keep the email questions there. And what I talked about last time was very interesting. It was probably in last year. We, well, I know it was in last year. I know it was last year. But last year I talked about vitamins, and I just talked about how you have to make sure you know how to choose a brand, make sure you're getting a pure vitamin, make sure you have talked with your doctor, your nutritionist, do your reading, do your research. You don't want to just start vitamins and just taking them without any understanding of your deficiency. A lot of times doctors can help with blood tests to see what vitamin you're very low on and the one you need to work on. And so just start there and not try to just say, oh, I'm going to take a bunch of vitamins and I'm going to do a multivitamin. Multivitamins, I find personally, this is not a recommendation for you, but they just, they do a little bit of everything and not enough of anything. So I would, like I said, talk with my doctors, do my reading, understand what vitamin, for instance, there's vegetarian vitamins that you can get that are not animal-based. And then there's time-release vitamins. So you have to figure out which one is good for you. So you start them off slow. Do not take too many vitamins at once because then you don't know if you've had a reaction to the other one. So I would just be cautious going into vitamins and having definitely someone that you can talk with. And like I said, doctors come in very great telling you what you're low on. And so work with professionals as well as do your own homework. And then, of course, make sure you find the purest vitamins you can find. Um, but if you're not in that category, in other words, financially, I can't do any better than this. Here again, talk with your doctor and find a sale on vitamins. Okay, so vitamins, be cautious. There are vitamins that says they have a maximum of what you can take and there's a minimum of what you can take. If you're taking too little, then you're not doing enough. If you're taking too much, you can become toxic. So, or you can have an allergic reaction to the vitamin. I've heard of people having allergic reactions to vitamin C, a lot of vitamin B12s. So definitely look into that deep, but vitamins can help your body better and can help your hair better through a vitamin that you're taking to help your blood. You have to understand that hair is made in the bloodstream. So to be very effective, putting vitamins on your scalp might interrupt your natural oils. It also may have a stickiness to it that will remain on the hair shaft and prevent you from getting your conditioners in. So you don't want to create a coating. And a lot of vitamins might do that. So yeah, we'll talk more about how to use vitamins, or like vitamin E and so forth. I do have a method where I do it with the deep conditioning. That's a good thing, right? Okay. But just trying to throw the vitamin on cold and rubbing it into your hair every day, you might find very little result, if not slow results, So yeah, just be cautious about vitamins, and remember, they're better to be taken than they are to be thrown on your hair, on your scalp. Another thing we talked about was mini conditioners, and our mini conditioners are very important. If you've got a mini conditioner, then you realize you can put back what you take out daily. So, for instance, you take a spray bottle with filtered water, and of course, we talked about that in the video, where you would let me see if which girl is here, and you would come home and hi there, her shoe cam. Okay, she's got the tinnies. All right. Anyway, um, you would put the the conditioner, mist it with the spray bottle, and then rub conditioners into your ends. That's what we did here, and look how nice and calm those ends are. She's got a lot of curl, but you can see that that's more curl than it is frizz. Back here is more frizz. Up here, where she's conditioned and curled and sectioned it off, it's a lot better. So you want to, mini conditioners are great for misting filtered water in a spray bottle, small spray bottle. And then, of course, put in your filtered water. Yeah, filtered water. Put in your conditioner, your moisturizer. Put about a dime's worth in there. And then, of course, you can mist your hair. And then you can also apply the conditioner to your hand and then start combing the hair out through the ends and work your way up. So you wouldn't have to damage these ends any more than what they are. But until they get deep conditioned and get have the mini conditioners on them, they really are going to act up. So this is for any ends that, even if you don't have curl, as long as you've got frizz and troubled ends that are breaking, then you should be doing mini conditioners. Another mini conditioner is when you're not shampooing and you're not shampooing and you are heat capping. You want to rinse your hair and then get underneath the heat cap. You can do that. You never can heat cap or deep condition with heat too often. That's great. I think if you did every day, it wouldn't hurt you. However, you can be underneath the heat cap without conditioning. So you need to make sure you reapply that conditioner back onto your hair after you heat cap. But if you were to rinse your hair and then heat cap, check your heat cap to make sure your hair doesn't run out of conditioner. Then you would find that to be a nice, fast, quick way to heat cap. It would be a very good mini conditioner. See how that works? So saturating our ends with our spray bottle and product, moisturizing. And then, of course, you're going to be able to rub the conditioner in. That's a little mini conditioner there because you're just rubbing the product in. You can sink the conditioner in with water. So you just mist it. And your hair should dry and should go back. It shouldn't destroy the hairstyle if you have one. But usually people come home and their hairstyle has to be redone tomorrow anyway. So it shouldn't be a problem, or you work it into your lifestyle. Another thing, a mini conditioner, is that you can, when you go out, you know that you've been out walking or riding the bike or whatever your outdoor activity is, whether it's running errands. When you come home, especially in the summer, but it's also good in the winter, you come home and here again, not rinse, but mist your hair with the spray bottle and apply the conditioner, rub it in, and then see how much your hair is so thirsty for a little bit of nutrition. So that's after you come in from the sun. That's great, right? So let's say you're not coming in from the sun. Your hair is just doing fine. It's style stayed all day. That's great. That means that you're getting those ends under control. But now it's time to just maybe rinse your hair and then apply your moisturizer. And leave a little water in your hair. And so don't dry it so dry. And then apply your moisturizer. And then let it sink in and dry. And that's your mini conditioner at night. So, here again, we can always do things to condition before, during, and after. So mini conditioners are really important. All right, I want to thank you for sending your emails to ditahair911@gmail.com. They're very much appreciated. And they're very interesting. And it helps us go over things. That helps repeat things and, facts that we need to learn. So it's good that we have our precious emails. Email number one is, and remember, I'm not doing the big question of the emails because I'm trying to clear up the old questions. So we'll start back with the big question of the day after we finish this summary of 24. Emails. I caught my hair on fire. Woo! I maybe should probably pre-read these questions so I don't look shocked when I've answered them. But she caught her hair on fire. I'm not laughing. That's serious. So yeah, you have to definitely still brush your scalp. It didn't sound like you got your scalp burned. It was your hair. So on the ends, they're going to be brittle. So of course you need to do all your mini conditioning, extra heat capping, and then definitely do both moisture and protein. I think the danger with the fire is just that the smoke is very drying and it penetrates the cuticle. So you just need to care for the hair in a gentle way. So I would be using the vent brush and not so much a brush on the ends, because usually we brush and then we brush our natural oils throughout. You might want to stop halfway towards your ends. Don't go on the ends. Okay, yeah, just try not to brush those so hard. But definitely still brush your scalp, and then you can always go back with your vent brush and style. So it is an issue where you have to pay attention to those ends, making sure that they don't turn colors or they don't feel more brittle than they did before. If that happens, then double up on your mini conditioners and definitely heat cap more often. Email, my scalp has lots of flakes. Usually it means your brushing is not correct. Scalp flakes help slough off the dermis, and they need to be removed sometimes, especially if you have tight curl. But if you just have thick hair, it's hard for the dermis to slough off and get away. Usually we don't notice it because people shampoo too often, so it just kind of melts the sloughing off flakes. Sometimes they say it's a sign of a healthy scalp. So, your flakes may not be, don't worry, because they may not be dandruff. Dandruff is cornmeal kind of looking patches. If you have scalp flakes all over, I would increase brushing and then maybe part in 4 parts. If you have short hair, then I would recommend rinsing and then brushing, or brushing and then rinsing after you brush. That helps eliminate the hair away from the scalp. So think about hairstyles that give your scalp some air so that they can normally dry up and not turn into flakes. They'll basically get dry and break and go off into your brush or your towel. So, but if you're seeing them, it doesn't always mean that you have an unhealthy scalp. It might mean that your hair is growing so fast and your scalp is reproducing so fast that the flakes are thinning out faster and not staying very long and getting to the scalp and sloughing off fast. So there's a little detail in there, but yeah, I would brush more often and I would stop shampooing too often because sometimes you can create scalp flakes because you're dry. So you want to make sure you stick to those 7 to 10 days shampoos twice within 7 to 10 days shampooing. And make sure your shampoo is not harsh. If you're trying to use an oil shampoo to get rid of the flakes, it might just make the problem worse because oils do accumulate in the dermis, and if they don't come off properly, they don't slough off properly because there's so much oil. So I don't know if you use oil or if your natural oil is more trapped. Maybe we should email me for any details, but I would start off with extra brushing and not shampooing too often. Second email, my scalp has lots of flakes. No, that was the second one. The third email, we're on the third one. Wow, it goes by fast. Okay. Third email, 2 times every 7 days. Now my hair and scalp feels oily. Okay, they're shampooing within 10 to 7 days, but now their scalp feels oily. So they feel as if, oh, my scalp is feeling extra oils. Check to see if they're extra oils. It might be your shampoo. Sometimes, again, people have flakes or they have extra oil due to the fact that the shampoo is conditioning or it has oils in it or it has something that's disagreeing with you. So you might need to change your shampoo. But first I would, stop since you're not doing the 7, you're shampooing, let me get this straight. You're shampooing 7 to 10 days. That's great. However, if you're shampooing with something that's giving you more oil or it's stripping your scalp too much, then of course your hair would pick up more oils, trying to replace the oil that is missing. It's a natural process for the scalp to have oil. And you can test that oil by, cleansing your hands real clean, like with water, and so it's nothing really slippery. On your hands, you rinse them with water. And then you go up in your hair and you rub your scalp. And then when you get through, you can feel the oil that's on your scalp. So you can start saying, okay, 2 days after my shampoo, I got very oily. I didn't feel that way the day before. So just start observing how that shampoo is working and whether or not it's interfering with your oil issue. I would, shampoo is easy. So you could always alternate a shampoo and then see the difference between the two. And you probably have more than one shampoo at home. Usually that's how people do. Buy a smaller bottle. Otherwise you're stuck with the shampoo forever, huh? I don't know. I have a tendency to wash my little, fragile things with the shampoo. It's sometimes very gentle. If you have shampoo and you can't use the rest of it, it becomes into laundry detergent. Maybe that's not good. Okay, it's just a suggestion. It was funny. I thought of it and was laughing too much. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, you don't want to get into too many shampoos and buying big bottles of shampoos. You can't. But usually you're able to vary a little bit from your original shampoo and try another one. And then see how that makes you feel and see if that changes things. If it doesn't change anything, then here again, I want you to rinse more, and I want you to apply your conditioner well on your scalp, the moisturizer. It'll help your scalp. It should help it to calm down or to be moisturized as well. And then, of course, leave it alone. And brushing. Sometimes brushing, when you start brushing, it makes your scalp more oily because it's not used to the brushing. But then it clears up. So it's not a big problem. So maybe you just have a temporary problem of oil if you've been on top of your brushing. So kind of figure out where it's coming from. Okay? Like I said, email me again if there's another, question or something I didn't understand. I want to thank you for staying. I thank you for coming. I'd like you to push the like button or or at least the subscribe button. Is free. I try to post every Friday. I hope that you've learned something here today about your damaged hair. Hopefully you'll leave a comment. It really helps the channel. And here again, I don't have any sponsors or anyone supporting the channel or influencing the channel. This is my experience of how I've been dealing with damaged hair and the success I've had dealing with damaged hair. Hopefully it's better for you that it's free and that it gives you things that you can try and you can say, wow, this works. And now I am more educated as well as knowledgeable about how my hair lives and grows. I want you to go have a great hair day, and I hope you have success with all your conditioning. Now, go have that great hair day. Thank you.